Free 102.3 KJLH. Here's Doris.
Well, good morning and welcome back to the front page here on Radio Free 102.3 FM KJLH. It's Minority Business Monday, and we are so glad to have our final minority business owner here in studio with us, Mr. Justin Johnson of the Serving Spoon.
Hello.
Welcome to the front page. Justin Johnson is a seasoned leader, entrepreneur, and a veteran with a passion for food, business, and community. A former U.S. Air Force captain, he earned a B.S. in business management from the United States Air Force Academy after graduating from Dorsey High School in 2012. As the third generation owner of the Serving Spoon, a beloved soul food restaurant in Inglewood, California, Justin, along with his sister Jessica, has led its growth while honoring their family's legacy. Currently pursuing an executive MBA at USC Marshall School of Business, he is focused on expanding his impact in the food and hospitality industry. Justin is also dedicated to community service, ensuring that his work uplifts both his team and the people he serves. Welcome, Justin Johnson, to the front page for Minority Business Monday.
Thank you, Dara. Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.
being here. Well, as a lot of you all know, I am new to the Los Angeles area, and I'm being educated as we speak, that the Serving Spoon is a legendary joint here in Inglewood. What's it been like stepping into this leadership role, Justin, in your family's business?
Oh man, Dara, it's truly been a real blessing, very humbling experience. I did grow up working in the Serving Spoon as a busboy, cashier, host. They never let me serve. But I got in the kitchen every now and again. So yeah, it's coming up a real full circle moment for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can imagine as you're stepping into this role that balancing the traditions that already exist with some of your new ideas, because you're doing your MBA, you're kind of on the forefront of a lot of what's going on right now in the food industry. So how are you balancing those two things, honoring those traditions and then really introducing a lot of your ideas into the system?
Yeah, so you said it right. It is truly a balancing act because as those who may or may not know the Serving Spoon, we've been around since 1983. Our grandfather, Mr. Harold Sparks, he started it back in the day. And
Wow.
So we've been there and successful for so long for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's very important to maintain certain traditions, to maintain the recipes, to maintain the culture of the Serving Spoon, but also keeping up with the times while not losing our true essence. And so it is a balancing act, but we make sure we stay tapped in. My granddad, he comes into the restaurant just about every morning.
That's
to this
cool.
day. He still comes in about every morning to make sure we ate, messing up the recipes and keep everything on track.
That's really cool. Did you always know that you would eventually end up working in the family restaurant? Was this always something you wanted to do?
I always wanted to. So I have 3 siblings. It's me, my sister Jessica, and my brother Jerry. Growing up, I always was interested in the restaurant, probably the most out of all of them. And I remember when I graduated from the academy, I came to every one of my family members individually and told them I was interested in buying the restaurant, retiring my parents, and they all kind of stiff-armed me, right? They told me no. They say you don't want these problems, which you may or may not know, but the restaurant business is very tough.
Yeah.
And so they want to live your life, be successful in your, Air Force career and carry on. And then, fast forward to about 2020, 2021, COVID happens.
Mm-hmm.
The restaurant does go through a very tough time. The city of Inglewood, along with other, surrounding cities, really stood up our restaurant. And my mom started to GoFundMe, and they donated over $100,000 to $150,000 to make sure the restaurant didn't go out of business. And so that was very humbling and a sobering experience for my parents, for sure. But as you all know, COVID just took a toll on everyone. And so they did, of course, receive the money. They did distribute the money to other local businesses. But at that point, they were ready to be done with the business. And so then my sister and I, we came together and we were like, hey, okay, you guys are ready to be done with the business. Then now what? And so came back again and we put something together to set up a retirement plan essentially for them. And we bought the business in 2022. And so it kind of came full circle with that.
Yeah, absolutely. We are talking with Justin Johnson here on the front page this morning. This is Minority Business Monday. and he is the proprietor of the Serving Spoon here in Inglewood, a legendary restaurant. So, Justin, running a restaurant, as you said, is challenging, especially with what's going on in our economy right now. What are you, first of all, what are you enjoying about it, and what are some of the challenges that you're facing right now?
The main part I enjoy about the business is the people. I truly love people. I truly love the interactions. I think, yes, the food is great, and you can find great food in the city of LA, city of Inglewood. There's plenty of restaurants, but it's the experience that you get when you walk into the Serving Spoon, all the way from the music to our team greeting you, our team saying goodbye, and all of those things matter in the business besides just the food. And so that's something I really do enjoy about it. As far as the challenges go, as you all know, the cost of living is going up everywhere. And so we are truly trying to keep our prices as reasonable as possible, while also being able to take care of our team and making sure they're fairly compensated and feeling appreciating all those things. And so balancing those things while also keeping price points where they need to be to keep up with the economy that has been challenging to some degree. But I am not a big advocate of kind of like the service charge culture, or temporarily increasing your prices, or just because eggs went up, I'm gonna add a 50-cent charge on this egg, because as we know, things are gradually increasing. And so we do want to keep up with the times, but we also don't want to shock our customer base, people that are so used to certain price points. We do want to ease into that. And I'm not saying our prices won't go up, because they will, eventually, increase gradually. But I am not an advocate of just kind of immediately fixing that problem per se. And so yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. It's challenging, but it's fun and all.
Not shocking your customers too much, at least not at once.
Not at once, yeah, and being conscious of that things that are happening today. We don't like to, like, what keeps the Serving Spoon special in my mind and heart is that, yes, there's trends that go on, things that change over time and quickly, but we want to stay as consistent and as gradual as possible, because that's what has kept us around for so long and successful for so long, is because we do stay true to ourselves and not keep up with the trends that's going on, everything around us, because trends come and go. And the Serving Spoon is here to stay. Absolutely.
Well, the Serving Spoon is known for its strong community ties, I'm told. So how do you foster that connection with community?
Yeah, Dara. So community is extremely important to us. So our granddad, he's fed countless of people free meals over the years, and our parents did the same thing. And our sister and I, we actually started our first. This was so we bought the restaurant in 2022, and in 2023, for Thanksgiving Day, that's something we do. We serve meals. We serve meals on Thanksgiving Day. We close the restaurant, so our team has the day off, but my sister, myself, our spouses, and some friends, we come out and we literally set up a tent in our parking lot, and we serve food to those in need. And it doesn't have to be necessarily people that are homeless or people that are less fortunate. It's just like, hey, if you want to come to the Serving Spoon on Thanksgiving Day, you can come by and grab a meal. So that's a piece right there. And then we do several efforts across the city. We donate to local softball teams and schools and certain sororities and fraternities. We constantly are giving, and that's something that when we talk about kind of what's next for the Serving Spoon, my sister and I, we often discuss creating some sort of a foundation, because there is only so much we can do, because we still are a for-profit business, but we get so many requests day in and day out, and we can't accept all of them, but we do try our best to disperse what we can within the community.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of kind of updating, the business and responding to the culture and kind of being aware of what's going on in the here and now, while honoring those traditions, food delivery services are all the rage right now. It's become much more popular, especially after the pandemic. And then, of course, social media, whatever, people are changing eating habits, all sorts of things are shifting. How are you keeping the serving spoon relevant? First of all, are you on the apps? Are you on DoorDash and Uber Eats and all of that?
So actually, we're not. If you do want to get your food delivered from the serving spoon, you can go through our website, and there is a delivery option. They either DoorDash or Grubhub or Uber Eats, they will contract it essentially to those drivers. But we, the serving spoon, at this moment are not on those apps. And that is an intentional decision.
Mm-hmm.
That is primarily because, like I was saying, we don't want to necessarily follow the trends and follow the fads that are going on. Yes, delivery apps are extremely important to the food industry, but at the same time, what I was saying earlier about the culture and the feel and the energy that you feel when you come into the serving spoon is something that we truly value, and it's something that we believe that has kept us relevant for over 40 years. And so when we do start kind of stretching our kitchen thin and start focusing on those delivery and takeout orders, yes, we do value those customers, but at the same time, our priority are our customers in house. And so when you talk about, next steps, ideally we would like to, get a ghost kitchen and have a kitchen solely dedicated for takeout orders and delivery orders. But at the time, we do try to limit those because it is so important to focus on our customers that, take their time to drive to our restaurant, find parking.
Yeah.
Because we all know that can be tough. Find parking, sometimes on the weekends, wait an hour to sit down and enjoy the experience that we do provide them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I will be visiting soon. So when I visit the serving spoon, what do you recommend that I get? What's your top recommendation?
That's a loaded question. That's a loaded question. Yeah. So what we are known for. We're known for our catfish, grits, and eggs.
Okay. You're talking my husband's language right now.
You can't go wrong with that. I do have a personal favorite. My personal favorite is the everything omelet with chili on top.
Okay.
And so it's of course a 3-egg omelet with whatever cheese of your choice. You have ham, bacon, sausage, veggies, and then I like to get it with rice.
Okay.
And so rice kind of makes it into a chili bowl, but also an omelet. It's a very interesting, different, take on an omelet, but that is truly my favorite thing on the menu.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's delicious.
All right, you said catfish, grits, and eggs.
Catfish,
kind
grits,
of
and eggs. Yes, absolutely. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah.
All right, I will be bringing a certain someone by to enjoy a meal at the serving spoon. So, what are your hours? Tell me about how folks can. Are you on social media?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So our hours, we're open from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day, 7 days a week.
Okay.
We are our Instagram is The Serving Spoon.
Okay.
Simple as that. No underscores, nothing, like just The Serving Spoon. We're on Facebook as The Serving Spoon Restaurant. We're most active on our Instagram. We do have a TikTok as well. Our website is www.theservingspoon.net. But if you want to get in contact with us, our email is info@theservingspoon.net. I think that's the best way to reach out to us. Sometimes we do get DMs, but we don't always get to respond to those because we do get a lot.
Yeah.
But our best way to contact us is info@theservingspoon.net. Our address is 1403 Centinela Avenue, right between La Brea and La Cienega.
Okay. And your phone number, would you recommend people call it on?
Yeah, you give us a call. We don't take phone orders.
Okay.
We don't take phone orders. I do want to, emphasize on that. We do just take online orders, but our phone number is 310-412-3927.
Okay, one more time for the phone number.
310-412-3927.
Okay, and if you could, Justin Johnson, please give us the Instagram one more time.
Our Instagram is The Serving Spoon.
Okay, and can folks find some nice pictures of all these things that you're describing, this chili omelet or whatever it was?
Absolutely. You can find the chili omelet, you can find the catfish, grits, and eggs. This past month of Black History Month, it was really cool. You can really learn about our story a little bit better. My sister, she kind of started a Black History Month series, and so if you go through our Instagram, some of our most recent posts. It kind of tells a really cool story
Yeah.
of the Serving Spoon, of when we started, where we are now, and where we're going.
Oh, I love that. I love the history. Well, Justin Johnson of the Serving Spoon, legendary restaurant, soul food restaurant here in Inglewood. Looking forward to visiting you all. And I'm sure that many of you have probably, you know very well what's going on down at the Serving Spoon, but we are honored to have had you here on the front page for Minority Business Monday. Thank you for coming out and joining us.
Great. Thank you so much, Dara.
Absolutely. And if you would like to have your business
Views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of Taxi Productions and 102.
Nicely done.
Thank you, Dara. So
Good to
nice.
have you.
Shit, thanks for having
Looking
me.
forward to visiting.
Yeah, looking forward to. You got it. What time you get off?
Taxi production.
I know you got to get off at like